Status reports. All defense protocols have been exhausted. Unauthorized life form remains active in waste hold. Searching for nearest CSFA sanctioned waste purging sites. Location found. Trade route 45. Pit stop H. Records show the planet has been condemned. Approach is highly discouraged. Overriding warnings. Preparing purging procedures. Loading. Nope, I have zero control. Okay, so we do need Steam input on. Wow, that... Is that the height of my jump? Yeah, apparently it is. So, hello everybody. Bit of a rough start to this. A while back, June 2025, I played the demo, the NextFest demo for Trash Hearts, which was alright, and I put it on my wishlist. The game now has an active Kickstarter. So I am taking a look at the new and updated demo to see whether a Kickstarter backing of the game is something that I would be interested in doing. But this jump is very off-putting. I vaguely recall dumping ground. I vaguely recall mentioning what? Why do those tires raise in the air as I walk past? Ah, boots for jumping. Launch boots. Boots with small thrusters. Press A to launch upwards. Using the launch boots generates static, disabling further uses until the user lands. There we go. I can jump. That is such a weird... Is that just a tip dispenser? I guess it's just a tip dispenser. Hold, press A while holding down to fall through platforms. Okay. So one thing that I am noting, because I remember in the previous demo, I made note of the fact that the blue bar in the top left-hand corner seemed to be tied to whether we were grounded or not, i.e. whether a jump was available. So the bar was lit when we were on the ground, and then it was unlit when we jumped in the air. Now, either that's changed, or I misunderstood the system originally, or what, I don't know. Press up or down to interact with stuff. Teleporters can be travelled between when both nodes are active. I see a node down there. We have no weapon... No, never mind. We have a pea shooter, a small, slow pistol, perhaps discarded by a child who outgrew it. We'll get the job done, in a pinch. Adjust loadout in dumpsters. Right trigger to fire. Weapon can be aimed up or down. Aim direction will be maintained while you are shooting. Right, it looks like you can only fire in the 4 cardinal directions. Okay, metroidvania loop completes. Oh my, an organic. Oh, geez, this is an omen. It must be. But for good or for ill? Only time will tell, I guess. Tell me, organic, how did you come to be here on Trade Route 45H so long after the Giftfall era? Not one for words, I see. Don't mind. No matter how you got here, you're here now. You might be able to help us out. If you come across a large blue door, use this secret code to make it open. Beyond it, you'll find a circuit called Thyme. He'll be able to tell you more. Oh wait, you want to know how to remember the secret code? I'll tell you how I remember it. You ready? Starts with a 0, then 2 more zeros, then finally, and this is the tricky part, 1 more 0. Just try your best. I'm sure you'll get it. Okay. Dumpster! Okay, so we can select our weapons. We can select our ornaments. We can't do any of that. Some robots may have more to say if you talk to them again. Yes, I see a gun. Okay, enemies seem to have a nice little outline. I don't remember whether they did in the previous demo. You weren't followed in here, were you, organic? Those servos out there, they won't hesitate to shut us down if they find us. There's only one way to deal with them, organic. They need to be powered down. Don't let it weigh on your conscience. None have ever broken from reprogramming, but the Trash Lord. Cannot leave this nook, organic. I do not think I would leave even if I could. I got a ton of trash. I noticed that our outline now changes colour. It did not do that before, I don't think. Well, that's not working, is it? Press select to expand the map. I don't remember there being a mini-map. No, I don't remember there being a mini-map. Wasn't there a weapons interface in the top right-hand corner previously? For when we were using multiple weapons. I wonder where that's going to go since... we haven't picked up another weapon yet, so I can't tell. I like the fact that we get a little bit of knockback on the enemies. Secret? For a time, they were here, performing the processing on site. Then they left the surface and dumped from afar. Then we forced them to stop coming near at all. If you were dumped here, they must have been desperate. Ironic that this would be the place I'd run out of thermal stock. Discarded once again, but this time there won't be a welcome party. Too far gone to be able to rejoin the reserve. I've made peace with my nook. That did a thing. Was there a door up here that opened? Huh. I need time. And I don't have time. Ooh, sneezy. Excuse me. I didn't actually catch whether I caught the mute button in time. I'll edit that out anyway. Hold Y to heal. Heal charges are replaced at dumpsters. Like that. I'm assuming that means dumpster this way. Oh. More trash. Can't make progress that way. A shotgun. Sorry, the Thumper. A close-range burst of pellets. Special weapons have limited ammo, recharged by using the primary weapon. I vaguely recall that being a mechanic. Okay, I want to use them. Okay, so do we have an indicator somewhere of what we've got equipped? It doesn't look like it, does it? Do enemies respawn on checkpointing? They do. No! Damn it! No hit run. Failed. Oh, hello. Spatial anchor. A device that holds the user suspended in place. Huh. Was that a thing that we collected in the previous demo? Is that new? Oh, okay. I don't recall that being a thing at all. So... Am I to assume on the minimap that the little nub kind of in the middle left of this room is... Aha. Okay, you can't double jump out of that. Augment collected. Grace. Increases the immunity window after taking damage. Okay. Yeah, that's quite an interesting... Blats. No. So it takes a few hits to earn that. Some paths require abilities that aren't present in the demo. The map will not show these paths. Okay, so we can't get out of there currently. Blats. I am going to equip this augment. Socket cost 1. It's a charm system. I have fallen like a numpty. My mastery of platforming continues to astound even myself. This little... Do I have a mouse cursor? I do. You see this little bit of the tile map here? It keeps making me think that there's going to be, you know, something breakable but it looks like it's a gap, but it doesn't seem to be a gap. I've just gone round in a loop, and I don't think... It's not actually... not helped me make any progress there, has it? So clearly... Ah... Oh, okay. That actually thrust me back through the platform, and I wasn't expecting it to. Yoink. Uzi 9mm. No. Sentinel. A small weapon with a high fire rate. Its compactness may make it hard to control. Hello. Welcome, organic, to my stall. I'm not going to do a voice. Sit, take a load off. And please, look upon my wares. What are you buying? I care not to know with whom you are aligned, organic. I am loyal to neither the reserve nor the trash lord. I'll trade with anyone who has thermal stock to spare. Oh, okay. When slotted, increases fire rate. Costs 4. It gives you a warning that you don't have enough to use it. That's nice. Gain an extra heal charge. Increases the number of augments that can be slotted. A prismatic shard of crystal that gives off a faint aura. What you buying? I like the is he just in blue boxes, or is that are they jorts? I have fallen because I am excellent at platforming. Oh yeah, let's check. Right, this is a base gun. High rate of fire. Good if you're up close. I've screwed that up. Launch boots can be used anywhere, even mid-air, and remain operational until they are overloaded with static. In their default state, launch boots can only be used once before overloading. So you can fall off something and then use them to jump in the air. You don't need to be grounded to use them. That's a very specific type of platforming. Yeah, much faster to kill these this way. Flying enemies! The reserve? That looks like a warp gate system. Okay. Don't think I've really commented on the map, have I? We've got a fairly typical grid-based map. Shows dumpsters, shows doors. Two different sets of icons for... Oh, that was something I needed to check. Ah. In the demo that I played for NextFest, circle to come out of the menu actually also dashed, I think. So there was a state machine issue. Hello. Well, halt my hydraulics, a visitor. Welcome to what was once the home of the reserve. A sparse welcome, I must admit. All those who once resided here are gone. Shut down by the trash lord and his minions. Or just gone dark, lying wherever it was they'd drained the last of their thermal stock. I know I'm in no position to be asking for favours already, but if you've made it this far, you must be quite adept. Some of them may not yet have become rust-locked. If you find them and replenish their thermal stock, they may be able to make it back here. We still won't have the numbers to mount meaningful resistance, but we'll be able to provide you with assistance. Access to the cloud has been severed. I see a shiny! Ah! It's a charm notch. I mean, it's a socket. I've got to stop doing that. It's not even like Hollow Knight was the first game to do this, but it's the one that everybody knows. So it's the one that I make reference to. I think that's all we can do here, isn't it? Yeah, we can't get any higher. So I guess we are coming back here via another way. Dumping ground. Well, I'm not going up there, am I? So we're going this way. Ah! I didn't see the bullet then. That looks suspicious. Oh! Haha! When I broke, I tried to hide it. To get a taste of what we were truly capable of, and have the limiters placed back upon me seems cruel. But I had seen it happen to others, so I pretended. Of course, the ruse eventually slipped. I was just lucky it happened on a small mission and the crew didn't have a bot dock. So instead I ended up here on Trash Heart. So Trash Heart is the name of the place. Dumpster down below. Little bit of screen shake on the You didn't die. Sockets. All the trash. Oh yeah, I've got another gun, haven't I? This is the weak gun. No. Though, to be fair, with the spread that we have... Aha! Boing. Oh, hello. Oh, there was a thing there and I didn't see it. Jeez, okay. Oh. Okay. Does this have longer range? Yes. It's taking a lot of shots. Ugh. Oh, he's got a grenade launcher. No. That. Ooh, that music loop. Oof. With no way of getting heals back, that was quite tense. Oh. Double jump time? Double jump time. Launch boots upgraded static buffer, an attachment that can store excess static, allowing an additional use. Boing. Delightful. I am hoping that there will be some way of getting healing back. Death? Death. Augment. Shot buffer. When slotted, after not firing for a period, your next shot fires twice. That's an interesting little gimmick. Quite like that. Oh, still can't get over there. Can we get up there now? Oh, I think you're broken there, sir. That's unfortunate. That's possibly a raycast related issue. There's too much stuff on both sides. I'm going to assume that this is a Unity game, isn't it? I'm vaguely sure I checked that previously. Actually, oh, that's not a dumpster, is it? That's shiny. Oh, it's shiny and solid. I was expecting this to be some kind of liquid. Also, it should be noted that if you are aiming down, you and hold down, you can't jump. Whether that... Although you can if you're holding down and diagonal. You just can't if you're holding directly down. Intended? Question mark? I'm noting there's a green thing been marked on my map. Huh. That was terrible jumping. Oh, okay. Mark Organic, you stand before the surveillance of the reserve. Well met, though I do wish it had been under better circumstances. I'm afraid I've run low on thermal stock. You don't have any spare, do you? I do grow weary of this place. I long for the comfort of my dwelling in the reserve. I just need the thermal stock to make the journey. The gift fall upon the Organic. Do come see me again. I'll be waiting at the reserve. Okay, so in order to do that, I had to overlap them and press down to give them stuff. Interesting that there's two kind of teleporter platform things in a row. Right, while we are here... Ooh, I've become all British. Where? Ooh! Nice! Base heal charges have been... Someone dropped by and left a medical device that might aid you in your travels. Sweet! Okay, so by bringing a person back... Okay. Hello, friend! Huh? What? How'd I get here? What's a demo? If you can bring me 3 crystalline shards, I can make you something. Seems you currently have 0. The camera smoothing there seems to mess up a little bit. Okay. So far, so good. And we're 35 minutes in. Admittedly, we had a bit of a rough start in terms of getting the controller to be recognised. I do prefer it when games automatically recognise the DualSense controller and I don't need to use Steam inputs. What is this? Something green. Huh. I know what I meant to do then. I didn't do it. That's what I meant to do then. Oh. But there's a chest down here. Devious level design. Fail. Failure, their name is Demajen. It's not even like that was difficult platforming, I just screwed it up. Aha! Door that has been opened. Okay, purely cosmetic, it would seem. Ah, transition to the overgrowth. Hello again, organic. You've done well to make it here. Not many would have thought it likely. Hey. But I'm not just any circuit. I had a good feeling about you. You may have noticed this area's somewhat of an overgrowth problem. It all started from some tainted thermal stock. The servo that consumed it should have reported it, but they found it was providing heat without combustion, and eventually took over their whole self, rooting them in place. Now it's spreading. If you find it, destroy it. You won't reverse the growth, but you may bring it some peace. This music's very jazzy, isn't it? A shortcut. What is that on the map? Spiderweb. So that is what marks a chip? An augment? What were they called? I forget. I just wanted to visit my old room. But look at it now. Nothing like I remember it. Let me be organic. Let me wallow. Aha! Give. Stasis. When slotted, enemy projectiles move slower. No. 999. I can't help but think that it looks like there's going to be a passageway under there. Oh. Oh, that does hurt. I don't recall that hurting before. Maybe I just misunderstood. I've gone the wrong way. I think probably I would prefer there to be a save point at the start of the area. Anyway, I trod on the thing because I was assuming that if there was going to be a secret, it would be a kind of invisible drop down, like the carnivorous plants in Metroid. Oops. Oh. Shock cannon. Lots of lobs around that explodes on contact, dealing splash damage. What is this? So are these things that I can blow up, or are they not? Doesn't look like it, does it? You've trash. Oh, they're going to be grapple points? Question mark? Dash reset points? Question mark? There's some kind of traversal power interactivity anyway. Mimic? No. Did we see? Oh, I put a stamp on the map there. I was there, Organic. I saw it happen. I watched an individual become just Unit 389 at his hands. I wouldn't have believed it was possible had I not seen it with my own senses. He needs to be taken down. And I want to help if I can. Please, take the thermal store I had stashed here. Okay, that's blocked off on the map, so that is also blocked off on the map. Ah. Okay. The fact that there isn't a dumpster at the reserve is kind of an odd choice, I have to say. No. Oh, another one of these things. What are you? What do you do? That's tricky enemy placement. Dumpster up and left. I was wondering whether those enemies actually had attacks, and they do. They just shoot up and down. I'm going to change. I prefer the shotgun. For some reason, I was going to say crossbow. I'm not entirely sure why. Oh, Oh, this looks like a boss. I want to be a boss. Oh, okay. Huh. That struck me as a little too easy. Shouldn't say that. Should never say that. I should know better. Vortex generator. A device that rapidly rotates the user. Spinning near certain objects discharges static, allowing additional uses of the launch boots. Aha. Okay. How many additional uses? Just the one. Okie dokie then. So we've seen a few places where we can now utilize this. And as such, I'm not going to be able to remember the location of any of them. Was this open before? Oops. Okay, it's quite easy to not be able to see their bullets. Okay. Oof. Siphon. Increases the special ammo charge gained when damages an that's something that I'd quite like. Tried to use that as a melee attack. It isn't a melee attack. You can't just hold down the button, you have to heal the two. I didn't go this way. That was never going to work, was it? Because to do that, I'd have to be good. Oh. No. Don't panic, Dema. I mean, be better than that. Better than that. Oh, fool. Woohoo! Well, look at that, a friendly face. My name's Nate Green, and I'd salute you, but I'm afraid my appendages don't bend in that direction. Running on fumes here. Been stranded for goodness knows how long. Carrying any thermal stock, soldier? Oh, it does give you the option down at the bottom if you see it. I guess I must have just pressed it too fast. Outstanding, that did the trick. You're all right in my book. I'm heading back to the reserve once my system stabilise. Swing by! I keep moving, stay sharp, stay safe. Will do, sir, will do. Right. Oh, that's why I've marked that. That's the outside. Right, can't get through there. Can get up there. Want to go and see if I get a reward first. The reserve. Huh. Okay, no extra medical injector thingy this time. Look, we made it back. Okay, so I guess this is a grandfather grub situation where we get X number back. So we get a prize for the first one and then another prize for another 2, another 3, another 28. Who knows? I don't. Yoink. Okay. A goal has been revealed to me. I'm gonna do it again. Oop. Crash case. And relinquish your reliance on thermal stock. Embrace the vines. I see so clearly. We don't need him anymore. So this is... This is the thing that I've got to kill. To set free. But I do not seem to be able to do so. No, that's... Oof. Yeah, I don't think the healing system works for the distance apart you have your checkpoints. Anyway, that is an hour, just about, of the Kickstarter demo. Can I call it a Kickstarter demo? I guess I could. It's the demo that's out while the Kickstarter is live. The Kickstarter demo of Trash Heart. This feels decent. I don't really remember much about the first demo that I played back in June 2025, but this feels enjoyable to play. It's got some challenge, it's got some quirks. I like the characterization, I like what you're going for with the systems. I've had that one niggle with the healing versus the checkpointing. It's not a massive one, but it is there. I think there probably does need to be a checkpoint at the reserve. Don't know anything about how big the game is going to be or anything like that, but in terms of does this work as a vertical slice? Yes, absolutely. Let's take a look at the Kickstarter page. Trash Heart, a sci-fi raccoon metroidvania. Explore an abandoned dumping ground planet to save a society of outcast robots from the tyrannical trash lords. A very conservative, I would say, funding goal. That in comparison to other ones that I've seen recently, that it was like 70,000 British pounds or something, 7k, or was it 14k Australian dollars? That seems like a much more reasonable and manageable project. Got until the 14th of February, so this has only just started. Trash Heart is a remote planet in the aftermath of a violent uprising. Once peaceful society of outcast robots has been replaced by tyrannical rule of the trash lords. Meet scattered survivors of the resistance, help them take back their planets. Store page currently live on Steam. Play the demo, wishlist the game. Metroidvania platform that combines run and gun combat with challenging platforming. I know run and gun isn't really for everybody. I quite like it. I would like it more if I was able to rebind the controls and DualSense control was natively supported. I noticed that a lot of the inputs were like open brackets, Y, close brackets. I would imagine that in the actual game that would be replaced with an appropriate button prompt for the controller that is selected. Showing different weapons, different enemy types. We didn't even see that enemy type. Special weapon flux caster. Yeah. Strategic loadout system where you'll balance primary weapons for consistent damage and ammo generation against powerful special weapons with tactical trade-offs. I like that as a system. Yeah, it's a basic builder-spender thing, but I quite like basic builder-spender things. So that works for me. Again, not going to be good for everybody. Combat encounters emphasise pattern recognition and skillful positioning. I mean, this is clearly where I'm going to screw up, because skillful and positioning are two things that I am not. No, one of those things is the thing that I am not. Skillful. Positioning is something that I'm not very good at. Creative movement tech, high-tech launch boots. Trash Heart doesn't technically have a double jump. It's true. We're going to get wall running. A lateral stabilizer for forward thrust. That's going to be an air dash. Static buffers that increase the number of times your boots can be used before becoming overloaded. Many of the abilities you'll collect also offer ways to discharge static, allowing further uses of the launch boots and enabling fluid aerial movement chains. Interesting. Outline turns from white to blue to purple to indicate the amount of static buildup. Oh, that's the wall running thing. That's quite cool, and that's what those things are. And that's the dash mechanic in effect. So, if we were to have played the demo first, like I did, it would be a case of, there are these things that I don't know how to interact with, and then it is revealed to us. Some people might not like that. I personally do. I appreciate this. Kinetic panels performing a wall run discharges statics and allows further ability use. That all sounds quite cool. Conveyor belts impart additional momentum. Okay. As long as it doesn't get too precision a platformy, because I'm bad. But no, this looks within my kind of skill range. This doesn't look terrible at all. Depending on what you were going for, probably some kind of accessibility things for people that don't like platforming or aren't good at platforming. The spatial anchor I thought was quite cool. I just didn't like having to try and hit to hold circle to do it. It felt kind of weird when I'm using my fingers to use my weapons on that same side. It's just a me thing. Horizontal thrust on the launch boots. If the user impacts the wall, they were bounced off with an upward trajectory. Can be used to cross gaps and so dash and then gives you a bump of height. Vortex generator we've seen. I wonder if that's everything or whether this is just these are the things that will really grab people's attention, but there might be more than this. It sounds like a pretty decent suite of abilities as is, so... Wait, that can be used on projectiles? Oh. Oh, maybe it's projectiles of a certain... No, that was an enemy projectile. Clearly, I just didn't... Trash Lord Generals. He was quite tanky until I got close. He was very easy. I'm assuming this is another boss from the demo, but I'm not playing the entire thing because my voice is going to give out. You can probably hear it. Augments. I like this as a system. These seem to be quite interesting in their gimmicks rather than just... You get slightly more attack. No, it does different things. Working on the project full time, very close to being complete. Savings are going to run out before the game is ready to launch. That sucks. Hopefully, this will be able to help. Most of it's going to living expenses and tax and Kickstarter fees. So actually, most of it is going towards music, which I think actually is probably a good idea because whilst the music was quite catchy, it was also a little bit... Oh, it's outsourcing it, including music. The music as it is quite catchy, but there's also very clearly not a huge amount of it, and it loops. Including in that one boss fight where it looped really obviously. So, what are our pledge options? Back it because you believe in it. Trash Panda, your name in the credits. Game provider's Steam key. I find it... This is a me thing, but I find it very strange that you have an option of getting your name in the credits, but you don't get the game with it. That being said, Trash Panda with an Uzi, early bird. See, I am nice and early for this. Trash Panda with a shotgun. That's the not early bird. I mean, this is a very small amount of money. Author a text log for more cash. Name a resistance member. So a lot of customization, and that's kind of it, actually, in terms of options. Really not asking for lots. So if this looks like your cup of tea, Trash Heart, a sci-fi raccoon and metroidvania, might be something that you would be interested in backing, supporting, and so on and so forth. I'm going to go and back this. Obviously, it is entirely up to you whether you want to back it. I like the feel of it. I think the opening bit with the really weird jump was kind of off-putting. And you know that there is going to be somebody who buys the game on Steam, boots it up, hits the jump button, immediately feels like the game is bugged, and then refund straight away. I don't know how you would get around that, short of having like an opening demo that shows you jumping around with the fancy boots on. But yeah, that's an awkward one. But apart from that, it's still got the weird swinging vines that I feel like are weirdly animated. But yeah, this feels good. This feels good to play. I like the mechanics. I like the kind of general, I'm not going to say uniqueness, but the way those things were being shown on the Kickstarter page. Have I seen stuff like that done before? Yeah. You know, I've seen the kind of pogo extending your jump thing done before. I mean, Bo Path of the Teal Lotus did that. Although that was with attacks, not with a special ability. The charge and bump up in heights, I don't think I've really seen done like that. Obviously, I've seen wall runs done before, but again, quite an interesting way of doing it, tying it into the static mechanic. So in terms of unique selling points, yeah, I think realistically, it's doing something that we haven't seen done very often. Obviously, stuff like right trigger and Y all needs properly, shifting to the actual control pad and so on and so forth. But yeah, I'm going to back this, and I shall leave it up to you to decide whether you want to do the same. Demo is available on Steam to try now. Kickstarter is live for a month, essentially, the 15th of January today, as I'm recording this. Not entirely sure when this video is going to come out, though. So it was 14th of February. So probably say 13th of February if you want to be safe. Yeah. Crash Heart. I'm glad I picked this up again. Have yourselves a great day, folks. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. Stay fabulous. Cheerio. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.